I took you on a first date, but I didn't want to pay for it. I wanted to split it down the middle. Would you consider that a red flag?
To be honest, no, not at all. I think that especially men nowadays, they need to stand up and they need to be careful with who they're giving their money to. A lot of these women expect like shopping sprees as their first date. They are like, hey, can we go to Aventura Mall and you buy me Gucci and buy me this so you can prove that you're worthy to be my man? No, that's not how it should be. I think men are completely justified nowadays to say no and to stand their ground because they need to kind of feel out that woman to make sure that she's worth spending that money on instead of just giving a 304 a bag for the night.
So what would you recommend the amount of money a man spends on a first date is?
Nothing, man. Take her to the beach. Try to explore who she is really. And then if it goes well, maybe you could try to explore with the financials and everything. Spend a little bit of money on some lunch dates. Just know that you're spending at your own risk. You have free will to do whatever you want, but just know that if you take a girl out, you do have a chance that she's going to be able to kind of swipe all that cash from you that one night.
So if a man tells a woman, we're going on a first date, but it should be at the park, and she goes, absolutely not, I'm not doing that. What does that mean to you?
It means that she's not worth it. She's probably just some money-hungry woman who does not want a serious relationship with you. I mean, somebody who, especially for myself, if I'm seriously interested in you, I'm going to go and I'm going to do whatever you want. At first, I'm going to try to get to know you. I do not care about your financials at that moment. I want to know who I'm getting myself involved with. I want to make sure you're not a criminal who's going to me either.
Now that I know better, why not spread the knowledge? Most men suffer in silence and they won't really tell you what they need. But don't worry, I'll tell you. Okay, so this is something that I did not do correctly. In my first and only marriage, I did not express enough appreciation for my husband, for the things that he did for our family. Like, I appreciated it, but I was a stay-at-home mom at the time and we had 6 kids, so I was overwhelmed with my responsibilities. And I just saw it as, you know, that's his role and he just has to do it and that's what it is. And that's how I felt about my role as well. But I didn't realize at the time, in the same way that women need to feel loved, a man deeply desires to feel appreciated. He needs to feel needed and appreciated, to feel fulfilled in the relationship. I just think we as women, we can do better. We can be better. So I'm sharing this and hopefully it'll help someone.
Okay, if he just stops texting you randomly, he has nothing to offer you. He has absolutely nothing to offer you. Men run away when they have nothing to offer. They run away. They run away into their little cave because he would rather run away and leave you with a big fat question mark in your head. So you're like, you know, racking your brain like, oh, I wonder why he left. Oh, I wonder if he, you know, got someone hotter than me. Maybe he replaced me with someone hotter. No, he didn't. He just has nothing to offer you. Okay? This is your confirmation that he is a loser. Okay?
I'm just wondering what kind of options would be available to me. I'll give you a quick synopsis. I'm 42 years old. Last year I used to weigh 203 pounds.
None.
No, I'm not finished.
None. Yeah, you
That was
are.
last year.
Yeah, you are.
This year I weigh 165.
No, ma'am. I said you're finished. You're finished.
I'm done?
Yep.
There's nothing left for me.
Not realistically.
Well, thank you.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Because I'm 42?
It's the age and the weight. And then if you have any children over 40 and you're obese, and if you're coming down, you still can go the other way. And then you have children. Okay, the only way that there would ever be any chance for you is if you were gorgeous. And if you were gorgeous, you wouldn't be calling. So I need the people to understand, I'm not being rude. It's just oftentimes I'll get women who want to call in, they want to tell me their story, and then I know where it's going to end. Ma'am, you kind of knew that in order to overcome just your age alone, you're going to have to be very feminine, very submissive, very cooperative. You're going to have to bring a lot to the table. That's before your weight and before your children. And your children are a messy detail for a man. And you can love your children.
What it sounds like you're telling me to do is to just, like, I need to think, like, it's life or if I don't get a man, I'm going to end up home.
Well, no, you're asking me what do we need to do. If the black culture is to survive, you need to have families. And they can't make families with women who think like you. A family is what?
Mother, father, children.
Right. And in order for men to have wives and children and have a family, they must have women who think like wives. Women like you think like individuals and baby mamas. Fine. No heat, no judgment, but you're not a family. Those aren't families. It's something else, but it's not a family. A fractured mind is useless to a man who wants to build.
I mean, I don't feel like I'm a fractured mind.
And it doesn't matter. What matters is the men who are looking to build cannot plant their seed in contaminated soil. You're done having kids, but look at the kids you've had.
Yeah.
And they're going to be a problem too. So she's supposed to do better than you, but you trained her.
No, because that's just how evolution goes.
Man, you can't make families with individuals.
The Black community, we were doing way better before.
We were doing way better when our women understood their role and before you guys chose yourselves over the community. So now it's time for Black men to choose themselves over you. This is why Black men, you need to understand. You cannot choose a woman who does not want to be your partner. That's the bottom line.
How tall are you?
5'9.5".
And how much do you weigh?
It doesn't matter how tall I am.
Oh, I asked her, how much do you weigh?
No, I'm not.
How much do you weigh? If you called into a size show, ma'am, every other caller could devolve.
Let me back up. Let me back up a little bit.
How much do you weigh?
Can I back up a little?
Yeah, you can back up. Beep, beep, beep. How much do you weigh?
This is the reason why I called.
How much do you weigh?
I'm not.
How much do you weigh?
Okay, you're not letting me speak.
There you go. How much do you weigh?
I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh.
How much do you weigh? Get off my channel. That's not all a Black woman brings to the table. Now, she brings mayonnaise. She brings Kool-Aid. She brings sugar. She brings a purse full of peppermints. So now, only in our community can a professional man who does this for a living have a woman think just because she went to school that what her opinion matters more. Big as you want to be. Ladies, understand something.
I am a big girl. You want to know I am 280, dress size is size 20. And my thing is like, why do you feel like being fat equals alone?
Did you watch the podcast?
Yes, I did.
What did I say?
I remember you saying something about BMI and like the standard of beauty. Like most women are like bigger than the average male.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
But you're offended.
Yes.
About what?
I'm fat. I'm not afraid to say that.
And are you married?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Then you shouldn't have a problem. If you are so self-professed fat and married, by definition, that means you're not alone, correct?
Correct.
Then you weren't in the target market for the podcast, right?
I mean, I'm not in the target market.
You weren't in the target market for the podcast, right?
Correct.
If you're married, why are you on a relationship podcast anyway?
I find it entertaining, to be honest.
Right. So you shouldn't be offended.
I'm offended because I'm a big woman.
Why? You chose to be your size.
I did choose.
Okay,
choose.
well, then congratulations. You chose to be your size. You're married. Why do women like yourself go looking for ways to be offended? Go off and be happy with your win. How about that?
I get it, but I'm just like...
But no, you don't. See, I know offense, man, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, the modern day woman.
Just went on a first date, and this is no offense to this man, obviously. Perfectly fine, normal, lovely date. It's getting to the point, though, that that's the problem. Like, there's just nothing happening. And I just feel no sparks and no chemistry with people, and I feel bad. Because I feel like it's just me. I'm going out with really handsome, accomplished, interesting people, and I feel nothing. I feel like I'm just another girl. Like I'm one of a million and there's just nothing special about me. Probably not.
I'm gonna just stop it there. She's absolutely right. And I'm gonna start with this. She is the problem. This is the modern woman. She just said she wanted sparks to fly, like immediately. And then if sparks don't fly, she just discredits them. And she said she was with really good candidates of men, according to her. And what gets me is that, everything's on fast forward with women nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like they want things to be sparks to fly the first day. They want it to be right then and there. They want to feel something to know that it's real. When those things are built, if marriage was easy, everyone would be married. But it's not, because it takes a bunch of hard work. And it's, nowadays it's 50-50. It would even work out. So with this one right here, again, you can already tell she's been through multiple guys, probably has a past. And now that she's ready to settle down, it's not easy with all the bad boys or, whatever, if she was ran through or not, or she's had her fair share of men. Now it's to the point where it's hard to pair bond with someone. And she's looking at these men and they're not exciting her at all. You know what I'm saying? She's so used to a certain type of guy. She's so used to a certain type of way that now that she's ready to take the next step, her mind won't allow it. The future is going to be in a terrible place because this is the new norm. Everyone telling you what a man should be, and women trying to tell men what they should be, when it's not that way at all. The independent woman, she says she doesn't need a man anymore. And all those indoctrinations and all that advice, it all ties in to this right here. So in short, the future is...
And it's funny because there was a woman that said something to the effect of, if a man stops chasing you, basically he's a loser and he has nothing to offer you. I would submit to you that maybe, and hear me out clearly here, maybe he found something within you that had him worried, right? Here we go again, not telling modern women, not being honest with other women and saying, listen, maybe he was a loser. Maybe he was a loser. Or maybe, just maybe, in this case, you have some things within yourself that you have to work out. Maybe there's something that you said or you did that had him concerned. And so he was like, man, at first, this woman was fantastic. I love her energy. She seemed like genuinely a good person. But now I'm not 100% sure. So you know what? I'm just going to let this die down. Maybe that's what happened. But of course, with modern women, they do no wrong. They can do no wrong. So it's probably the man's fault.
What I can say is for some of the men that I do coach, one of the things that they said that was like terrifying was that they felt like, I know what I need to do as a man. I know I'm supposed to pay for the first date. I'm supposed to hold the doors open and do all these things. I know what I'm supposed to do. But after I do all of that, what am I supposed to receive? I feel like, this is what a guy said, I feel like women know what they're supposed to expect, and so they expect it. But I don't know what I'm supposed to be expecting from a woman, so I don't know how to demand it. So now I'm just left here not even knowing how to even pick a woman because I don't know what a standard of a good woman is supposed to even look like, the way that you guys have a template of what a good man is supposed to look like.
I'd love to see this study. Now, I don't know if this is true or not based off the comment, but if it is true, I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's a combination of many factors: COVID, technology, isolation, loneliness, all the things that probably have contributed to this statistic. But now that we have the awareness, how can we encourage people to approach others in a kind, respectful way? I think fear is really what holds us back at the end of the day. So how can we encourage people to not let fear get the best of them and to shoot their shot in life? And this can go with romantic relationships, but even platonic ones. A lot of people complain how it's so hard to meet new friends and make new friends. But how often are people actually putting themselves out there to initiate the start of a friendship when that friendship is not from a shared social circle or just matter of convenience and proximity? We need to start approaching other people in a kind, respectful, and easy way. After all, we're wired to be social creatures.
If a girl cancels your first date without good reason, text her this: okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. And that is all you need to say. The ball is in her court to let you know when she is free next if you want to give her another opportunity. If she cancels twice, text her this: hey, I don't think it's meant to be. Take care. Then find someone who is not going to flake.
Men know better than to give a second chance to a woman that cancels on her first date without good reason. And he won't be rude, he won't ask why, he won't be passive aggressive, and he won't even try to talk her out of canceling that date. Because he just knows that means that woman is not excited enough for the date. He is not her first choice, and nothing will ever change that. And again, men know this, which is why they would rather just save their time and energy. And sure, maybe if she's willing to come back with a plan and she puts in the effort into planning that second date, maybe he'll take her up on it. But let's be honest, how many women are actually doing that? Which is why most men will just delete her number, keep his peace, and move on.
Get the away from me, nigga. Get me out of here. Get the away from me. Get me out of here.
Oh, that's why I don't come to Walmart, baby. Is this what? No. Oh, no.
Hell no. Get away from me! Bro, please just take me out! Get the fuck away from me, bro! Get in my car! They're gonna call the cops! Get me the fuck out of here! What the fuck?
Oh, let me get my out the way. Baby, what's going on? Take her home. Oh. Not they fighting in the car, child. They fighting in the car. Oh, let it happen. That ain't my business. Girl, they fighting in the car. He is beating that lady up. Wait a minute.
No, he's not.
Oh, that's her, though. Oh, let's get out the way before we get hit now. Yeah, look at that stressed out. Stop. Let them go, girl. Let them go. They gonna go.
No, she don't want it.
Yeah, they're not gonna stop. Yeah.
You know what's so crazy? I made a video a while back where I said, men, do not go out of your way to go help a woman if she's in hurt or in need. Do you know why I said that? Because of situations like this. Because if a woman is smacking up a guy, a woman's hitting a guy, a woman's shanking a guy, nobody goes to help that man. You could all see that this woman is chasing him down, being crazy, banging on his car window, and then when they get in the car, who's attacking him? Her. And then the lady on the phone wants to say, oh my goodness, he's attacking her. No, he's not. The lady that when he was driving off said the same thing. Oh, officer, why are you guys doing that? So that when the police get there, they're automatically arresting him and attacking him. Do you understand why men say that nobody believes them when things happen? I even see certain stories where a guy will say, my ex was crazy, and girls will go, oh, we know what that means. You guys are making it up. There are psycho women out here. We see it all the time. There's women who do not know how to regulate their emotions. I don't understand why women act like they're so perfect and this never happens. Women like this should get automatically mollywopped. Not by the guy, but somebody should intervene. I watch videos where a guy will get smacked up by a girl over and over and over again. No one does anything. But the moment he goes and puts hands on her, hey, everybody wants to grab him. And then you guys wonder why situations get worse. You guys will get mad as women and say nobody defends you, but then nobody defends men. You guys fought for equality. I never fought for equality because we're not equal to men. You guys fought so hard for equality, but then when it comes to men's safety, you don't give a You don't want men to hit women, which I totally agree with. But when a woman is hitting a man constantly, what is he supposed to do? Don't worry, I will wait for your answer. Because if it was my son and the woman hit him constantly, I'm sorry, defend yourself. I'm not saying it has to be to the point where you're hurting the woman. Push her to the ground, get in your car and go. And leave that woman. But I always tell men this, the moment a girl starts acting crazy and chaotic, you gotta leave, man, because if you don't, you're gonna be in situations like this. And then what happens if the girl kills you? What happens if the girl's grabbing the wheel while you're driving? This only gets worse, man. Don't have a baby with this thing. Could you imagine if she's crazy now? Imagine when she gets postpartum, she's gonna blame everything on her postpartum. Hell nah. Women are already crazy as it is. Feel threatened by this video, feel upset. I don't give a anymore. You guys get so bothered by a whole bunch of stuff, but there's no awareness for men who get abused. There's no awareness for men who get hurt. I'm not saying every woman's awful, but as you watch this video, how would you feel if this was your brother? How would you feel if this was your dad? How would you feel if this was somebody close to you? I don't understand how this is okay. I'm sorry, somebody should have grabbed that girl and pulled her away from him.
I don't know what man needs to hear this, but you need to get off of Hinge. You need to get off of like dating apps. These dating apps are lying to you. They're pushing an algorithm that makes it seem like these girls don't want you or whoever doesn't want you. That is not true. You are worthy. You are attractive. Somebody out there wants you. There's like 7,000 people out there just for you. Okay? These apps are lying to you. They're fake as and they just want your money. It's literally a big CEO man who thinks he's hotter than you, smarter than you, and richer than you, and better than you. And he's making money off of hoping that you think you're a loser and that you get no. I hope you know that. Please look inward. These apps. Go outside. Do what you love, and you're gonna find your partner right there. I promise you. And the bright side is they'll enjoy what you enjoy.
Hi, Instagram. I'm pissed. So, I just cannot stand when guys trying to insult me by saying, talking about my age. I'm 38. And the fact that I'm not married. First of all, my age. It's nothing that I have control of, okay? 38. And what I can control is how I look, how I take care of myself, not just like physically, but also spiritually and mentally. So I've been working on that a lot. And about being married. Hey, I know I'm never married, but you know what I'm also I've never been? Divorced. You know the amount of women that I've met in my age and a little bit older that they just got divorced and they have to deal with trauma, kids and all that? I don't have that.
You might not even know until like 4 or 5 dates in if you actually like somebody. It's interesting because people will go on one date and be like, I just didn't feel a spark. Like I just didn't feel chemistry. Sometimes you definitely know that that person's not for you. And then sometimes, oftentimes, you need a first date. Both people probably aren't being themselves. They're both probably a little nervous, might be a little awkward. Second date a little better, third date better. By the fourth and fifth date, like then you actually kind of like see someone's personality. And this isn't like every situation. But I just think that like Xing someone out based off of the first date because you didn't have a spark yet, I don't think it's the right thing. If this is a good person, a good man or a good woman who loves Jesus and has the qualities that you like in a person, you're somewhat attracted to them because even attraction grows.
Oh yeah.
You know?
My older sister and her husband, who I look up to them because they're just like the best.
And, you know, I appreciate what she was saying. You know, for a lot of guys, they're like, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, because a lot of men do. It is preached on TV, in real life. You go to church, it's there. Treat it like this. Your mom's probably going to say it. Your dad is probably going to say it. But then on the other side, you know, what do you expect a woman to do? Well, just, you know, just be a pretty little princess, do this, do that. And these modern women aren't really, they're not taught to work to help a man out. They're taught to work to help themselves out, to protect themselves. There's a lot of men out there that have daughters, and what they'll do is they'll say, I was reading a post actually, it's like, hey man, you need to protect yourself, have a secret bank account in case anything happens. You just never really know with these men. And from a perspective of a father, I understand that. And that's a man trying to protect his little girl, even more than a man trying to protect his child, right? She's a woman, she's a little bit more vulnerable. So I want to make sure that she's taken care of. And obviously, as a woman, you know, if you get in any trouble or any issues, you can always come home and stay with me. I got you. That's fantastic. But also, maybe there might be room for you to teach your daughter how to treat and respect a man, right? And if you don't understand, if you don't know, bring him home to me. I can scout him. I can see, I can vet him. I can try to help you vet him. You know, nothing's ever 100%, but I can try to do what I can to help you out so you're not out here guessing and just running into the wrong man over and over again. Try to help you out with that. But like she said, and like a lot of men say, I'm not sure what to, I know what I want. I know I need this, I need that, but I'm not sure what I can ask for, because I don't want to come off as offensive. I don't want to come off as creepy. I don't want to come off as, oh, well, you controlling, you trying to do something to me. No, I'm not. I'm just asking, if there's things that I bring to the table, what is it that you're going to be doing?
This one's for the men, specifically for the single dads out there right now. Society often paints the fathers right now as a secondary caregiver. But what's changed in the dynamic of all of my friends and a lot of people that I know is that the men are actually the ones who are the emotional stability for their children. No one's talking about all the broken homes. Like, we understand that marriage is not what it used to be, but you have so many men out here being the only thing that their kid knows as far as stability, financial support, emotional regulation. A lot of times they're the ones setting their child up for success as far as saying, hey, this is what's acceptable and what's not, and setting the ground rules, oftentimes without the support of the mother. And no one's talking about it. And I just want to say that I see you. It actually makes me pretty emotional. I was talking to my friend the other day and I started crying because he was doing such a beautiful job. He's alone. He's taking care of his 5-year-old daughter, doing the best he absolutely can. And by the way, it's better than most people could do as a couple. And no one's giving any kind of praise to these dads out here. So I'm here. I see you. I see you loving your child. I see you working. I see you putting in the time, being a different dad than yours was to you. You're doing a good job. And society doesn't tell you that enough. So I want you to hear it, and I want you to actually feel what I'm saying to you, because I don't say I don't mean. You're doing the best you can with what you have, and it's phenomenal. Keep being the amazing father that you already are.
So now they're saying taking leftovers back home on a first date is a red flag?
That's a red flag for me. Taking
the
food
leftovers?
on your first date. On your first date with someone, leave the food.
What?
Leave the food.
I have to agree.
All right.
But who wanted to take the food? You or her?
We both didn't want it to go to waste. So I was like, do you want it? And she was like, no. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll take it. So I took it. There were two separate packages, right?
Lauren, can you tell us why taking the food is
Yeah, I'd love to hear this.
an ick?
It has something to do for me, like financially. I think that leftovers, when you take leftovers, it's when you're like in a relationship. As a first date, you just eat whatever you want. And if there's leftovers, you can leave them there and then you can go your separate ways.
What are they talking about? So now everyone's trying to break down everything to like this science of red flags. But if you're telling me if we go on a first date and there's leftovers, one of us taking it back is a red flag due to financial, this feels like it's some chick like is giving broke. We're out eating. I'm not broke, but I don't want it to go to waste. I don't know about y'all, but for me, my mom used to always tell me like on a regular, like, yo, you should finish everything on your plate because somewhere there's some people with nothing to eat. You know, something like that along them lines. So, you know, I either finish my food or I'm taking it home with me, especially from a restaurant. But what's wrong with taking some food back, heating it up later and just eating it? Like, I feel like everything is like broken down into these categories of yay or nay. Like, it's so stupid. And this is again another reason why dating is because you got chicks like this trying to give advice to single women, and the ones that listen are stupid. Because if y'all on a date, y'all on the same page, just like, yo, and the dude said, you know, I'm asking her first, hey, do you want to take it home? Like, he gives the courtesy to the woman, hey, if you want to take it home, cool. But if you're not, I don't want it to go to waste. Y'all can eat that later. The fact that these rules are even out there just show why dating is at its worst it's ever been.
I was out with the most beautiful girl the other night, like gorgeous. And she's not intimidating. And she's smiling and blah, blah, blah. And literally, no guys approached us. Like, none.
Like, when I have a kid, when I'm older, daughter, I want her to be approached. Like, one day, when she's old enough. I also want my future son to approach. So, I just hate the shift, the world, the narrative.
Do y'all remember me talking about hell hath no fury like a scorned woman? Well, we're going to add to that. Hell hath no fury like a scorned woman with a social media following and a little unhinged too. And the crazy part of it is these women are building a whole identity on being the victim, never taking accountability for any of their actions. They don't want closure. They don't want to heal. They want an audience. And to me, it just tells me that you're obsessed with your ex. And there's a big, big, big difference between a testimony and a tantrum. And you sound like a big baby. But we have to keep in mind that bitterness often goes more viral faster than what accountability ever will. But do you ever notice these women always talk about how horrible these men were and how he ruins my life? They never talk about, they leave out the part, the intricate part about how they chose that man, they stayed with that man, and they participated with that man. I'm just saying that some of you ladies need a log out button. Y'all need to get off of social media, go open up a Bible, and for heaven's sakes, go touch some grass. Y'all have a good day.
Back in the days, most of the time, you would wait for someone to make the first move. It might be on the first date, it might be the third date, whatever. It could be the man, it could be the woman. But now, all my friends have noticed that the man has stopped making the first move. All my girlfriends are like, they're waiting. It's the third date, fourth date, a week later. He hasn't gone in for the kiss. He doesn't do any touching or anything. And I've asked my dude friends that are single, and they are like, you don't know where a woman's gonna go with that story anymore. I ain't touching nobody. And it sucks because the Me Too movement is so strong and so powerful for the people that need it, but it shouldn't ruin the maturity that we should have within intimacy and relationship.
Men will genuinely wait for the woman they truly love. If a woman tells them, I don't know if I'm ready for a relationship, if the man truly loves them with all of their heart, he will tell her, I will wait for you. Most men do not do this for just every girl. When they say they will wait for you, they genuinely love you. And when men, they don't just hand out yearning. They don't hand out this It's not a feeling men want to feel. Yearning is not a feeling someone wants to really generally chase. So if a man will willingly do that for you, you mean the world to him. He would rather wait months or even years for you than lose you. He would rather do that. He is so willing to be with you that he will wait for you. So for any women watching this, when you tell a man, I'm not ready for a relationship, and he tells you, I will wait for you, please don't take that for granted. That is not something men generally do. Please give that man a chance.
I don't want to date a Chad, and I feel like most girls don't want to date a Chad.
Fair enough. Okay, what do you want to date then if it's not a Chad?
Someone who doesn't identify as a Chad.
Oh my god. So you just want to date like a 6'3" handsome white guy that like is humble. That's it. That's like the only difference.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In case you ain't noticed, these hoes is not nothing like what they used to be. These on the internet and all they give a f about is a fake story that'll make their reputation look a certain way just enough to be able to pull some in hopes of a bag or a better life handed to them. These not standing on nothing reflective of family. These hoes don't give a f about a father. Don't give a f if their kids have a father. Don't give a f about family. Don't give a f about building. If you find a woman that values these things, bruh, all these care about is being a victim nowadays. When it come down to real responsibility, hoes nowadays want to be a victim. When it come down to the internet, hoes nowadays want to be popping into everybody's business. When it come down to a subliminal post, a want to make it. When it come down to some drama, a hoe want to be in it while saying they don't want to be in it. When it come down to vanity, this more than their credit score, more than their home ownership, more than they building a family, more than their kids not being a statistic. Hoes about the with the designer on and all the weed smoking posts and stacks of money next to their ear more than they care about a family unit. That was up good back in the late 60s, early 70s when they passed them programs for welfare.
Nah, no funny. Y'all know who y'all remind me of? Them scamming Habibi that be calling my phone trying to get my social security number, talk about something. Yeah, we got it, but we need you to re-verify. Nah, you tell me, and since you know it, then them switch on you mad quick. Just give me the social. That's how y'all be talking to all nice. Then you randomly ask for some money to ask you like, why I gotta give you money? I just met you. Just give me the money or you'll never see me or me. Shut the fuck up. I know sick that had they dick in your mouth. You're a cum dumpster. What am I giving you money for? And the funny thing is, y'all will be respected more if y'all would just be upfront with it. Like, y'all are prostitutes. I think y'all are in an identity crisis. Y'all are like the who wear scrubs at the hospital and push garbage cans around and swear that y'all are nurses. Y'all are janitors. The only thing you're scrubbing is room 107. Let's get that very clear. If y'all would just not do, y'all do everything a prostitute does, but don't want to be called a prostitute. You know, in y'all bios, when y'all have in there girl mom, Kaylee, and Alyssa's mom, Deshawn's mother, also put in your bio you're a prostitute too. Y'all don't know what that is? That's you.
And I really do appreciate the message that, you know, you have some, you know, a lot of these modern women are never going to tell you that they appreciate what you're doing. They're always going to demand more and more and more. But you have a lot of ladies out there that say, no, man, you know, I'm gonna ride with you. Hey, you know, I see what you're doing. I see what you got going on. And, you know, you're a good dude. You're a good person. I know a lot of these ladies out here, I know society tries to beat you down, but you're a good person. Keep on doing what you're doing. And honestly and truly, a lot of times that's really the only thing that men need. They need somebody to say, no, you're going the right way. That's how you learn, right? A lot of leadership is trial and error. A lot of leadership is, you know, me being alone, me being lonely, me trying to figure things out on my own. A lot of times, especially when you're in a relationship, the wife and kids being gone to bed and you sitting up late at night trying to figure out how to pay the bills. What else can I do? I just went and asked somebody if I can do this, if they can give me access to this and this and this. And that's how I got to where I am today. While they're laying in comfort, and I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying while they're laying in comfort, I'm out there trying to get it. I'm out there trying to figure out what I need to do. And nobody expresses, you don't know what that, I mean, modern women, I'm a stay-at-home mom, I do this, and this. The lights are on every month. Lights are on. Sometimes you have enough money to go out for vacation, go out for pizza, all the amenities of a middle-class family. And sometimes even pushing into upper middle class. And the man is still doing, oh, you just go to work for 8 to 10 hours a day. You don't really do anything. The fact of the matter is, and the truth is, you don't know what that man is doing. Once that man leaves for work, you don't know what that man has going on. That man might only tell you, oh, I got a promotion today, so I'm going to be making a little bit more money. When you hear promotion, oh yeah, we have opportunity to go do this, and I'm going to go do this, and you're already spending the money. You don't know if that man has a second job or he's working on something because he had never told you until it works. And then he say, hey man, I got something in the works. It might be something that, it might work, it might not, but here it is. He's not going to tell you a lot of times until it's working and he can share the news with you. Y'all be talking trash. I loaded the dishwasher. I unloaded the dishwasher. I loaded the groceries. I unloaded the groceries. I had a busy day. I had to go couponing. Quit that. You can coupon on Facebook. All these women in this group got time to run here and run there. And hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, they be getting good deals. But you got time to run over here and do this and do that. Just sit around and talk, record this, record that. Oh, I did this, I did that. I cleaned up the floors. I mopped the floors. I wiped down the counter. Like little stuff that's a part of cleaning the kitchen. Little stuff that's a part of cleaning the living room or cleaning the restroom. They break it up into pieces and say, see, I'm doing more than you. Not knowing what that man hadn't ever been to that man's office. Still telling that man he's not doing anything. He's modern. Anyways.
I went on a date with the guy, 3 dates. Guys, I'm up to 3 dates. And he calls me up the other day and he's like, for the 4th date, I would like you to plan because I planned the last 3 dates. Okay, no one's ever asked me that before, to be honest, but I was like, sure, all right. I have no idea now if he meant I should plan it and pay for it, or do I just plan it and anyone can give me some help here? And is that weird?
Today, on how sexism is only funny if it's about men, please see the following.
Under my leadership, women would not have to pay taxes. No, they wouldn't. You're a woman. No taxes for you. Everything is a tax write-off for you.
Oh, it gets better.
Next, tampons free. Pads free. Anything to do with menstrual cycle and pain is free.
And how are those going to be paid for? Oh, yeah, that's right. That half of the population that would be left paying taxes would be footing the bill for those.
Next, we are going to stop funding male medical research. No more of it. From now on, we are only doing studies and research for women, on women's health only. From here on out, thank you so much.
So half of the population is not deserving of medical research? Oh dear.
Next, all men must go to work under my leadership. Yes, you must. You must be at work. Providing for any woman and every woman in your life. It's a requirement under my leadership.
Yeah, no. There are those of us women out there that can actually take care of ourselves. Sorry that some don't fall into that category.
And finally, every man is guilty until proven innocent. That's just a quick little roundup under my leadership of what I'm aiming, okay? Thank you. This is the Simona Project.
I'm sure I'm not the only one who's wondering, who exactly is going to be enforcing this new sexist regime? I wonder if they thought that part through.
Never date the second man.
Oh, goody. More dating advice from another subject matter expert.
If he was ugly when he was young and now he's hot,
What? So if a guy looks better now than he did when he was young, he's not dateable? Okay, what is the reason for that?
validation from others will always be his top reward, and he will always chase that.
I said this was coming from a subject matter expert, didn't I? And that would seem to be the case, because this sounds like a case of projection. Because not everybody looks for the validation of others, but a lot of people who do actually assume that other people do as well.
Whatever you like in your childhood, you're gonna look for it in your adulthood.
That's an interesting statement, but some individuals actually do this thing called growing up and maturing and learning that the things that are important as a child are not necessarily important as an adult. But what does that say about all those women who've had those glow-ups? I guess a lot of men shouldn't be dating them by this logic either.
Good morning. Things that I would do if I was a man, part 1. Before you get up here and start begging, I'm making you send me a picture just like this when you first wake up in the morning. No lashes, no wigs, real hair, no weave, no makeup, bare face. Let me see how you look before you start asking for some money. I mean, I'm not going to give you none anyway, but let me see how you look. Because y'all love begging men for when you wake up looking like grown men. So what you really need to do is go in the bathroom and ask yourself for some money. Just change from your savings to your checkings if you have that. Because a lot of you don't even have a real bank account. Have a blessed day.
You know what? I wouldn't consider myself a traditional person, but maybe I am when it comes to dating. Especially first dates. I'm like currently going back and forth with this guy. I'm gonna stop. About how like this guy thinks it's crazy. He's like, you expect a stranger to pay for your meal? I'm like, yeah. Actually, you know what? I do. If this stranger is trying to woo me and asked me to go to this date, to this meal, like I can go out and buy my own dinner anytime. If I'm going on a date, it's like because I was asked and like that person's interested in me to like see where things go, you would think that they'd want to woo you. Like that's what I would do. If I ask someone out on a date, I'm full sending, like, I don't care if I have to empty out my bank account to like take care of that whole bill. Are you kidding me? Like, don't ask someone out on a date, weirdo.
I'm really frustrated right now because the man I want, I would never date. I would never date, never in a million years. I would never date. And the man that I would date couldn't come correct.
Every day y'all get up on here on LeBron's internet and just say nonsense. This almost seems like an exclusively woman problem. This is almost, I'm pretty sure, an exclusively woman problem. You're saying that the man that you want to date, you would never date. Oh, let's play that back again.
Because the man I want, I would never date. And the man that I would date couldn't come correct.
Now, I could be wrong. What I'm hearing is the man that you want, your actual type, doesn't do the things that he's supposed to do, right? He's not good for you. And the man that you know is good for you, he just couldn't cut it. I don't think y'all like to be happy. I don't think happiness is actually something you're looking to attain, because the man that you know isn't good for you, for some reason in your mind, you still say, I want that man. He's not good for me, I want him. But then you got a man over here that you know would treat you right, but he don't act like the man that doesn't treat you right, so you don't want him. So, putting all that together, what is the common denominator in this issue? It's you. You're the problem. It's not them. The man that's not treating you right isn't the problem, and the man that is treating you right isn't the problem. It's you. You need to heal, because I know how I would smack my homeboy if he was talking about, bro, like, this one girl, she do everything wrong, but I want her so bad. And I got this other girl over here that treats me right. She makes me food. She makes sure everything I got is in order, but she just don't do it for me. All the men collectively in the group chat will look at him like, what? What did you just say?
I feel like what you say, the men are different.
The
men
nicer,
are much more respectful.
Respectful now, because like before you could like you be dancing and then after a while you gotta turn back like, who the heck is this? No, I could be pushing back like, he gonna come? Right? Like I hear doing the most work.
Sir, grab this wine.
Well,
but
he
it's
teeth in the what? They ain't come
But
teeth
it's
for wine no
scary.
more. Like, they
But
stand up
even the whole
watching.
touching thing, because I always used to have an SVD and it used to make me so annoyed when you pass people, they gotta touch you.
Yeah, that
especially
too.
the men. Now,
Nobody
They
hands
don't
up,
even
girl.
come at all. I was
Nah.
surprised when somebody
Yeah.
come behind me.
Honestly,
it was
they
very
get shy.
shocking.
I'm kind of confused. That you guys sound like you're upset. You don't get
No, because
bum rushed
now,
anymore.
look, when we used to get touched, it was annoying.
You
but
wanted to get bum
no,
rushed,
but
you
you
don't wanna
go
get bum
into
rushed.
the complete opposite side. You need a balance. Don't
Yeah.
touch me up disrespectfully.
Right,
But pull
right.
up on me.
Pull up. You could have been like, just walk.
Apparently, this is why guys should pay on the first date.
Too sexy for this sir. Too sexy for your girl.
Okay.
Too sexy for this world. Too
Creams,
sexy for this
whole bunch of them.
Too sexy for that jack. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Okay.
Too sexy for this chain. Too sexy for your game. Too sexy for this fame. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Okay.
Too sexy for
A whole
the
bunch of
trap.
shit I ain't
Too
asked for.
Sexy for that cap. Too sexy for that jack. Yeah, yeah. Okay, alright, that's fine. Okay, okay. I'm feeling too sexy to accept requests. Way too sexy. And I'm way too sexy.
After all these creams just to look exactly the same. Yo, I don't care how much none of that shit costs. That shit has nothing to do with me. I like my chicks natural. I don't really like a lot of makeup at all. So any of your morning routine and creams and facial products, that's not on me. It's not attached to an invoice that I gotta receive to take you out because I gotta pay a percentage of what you gotta put on before you get out. Get out of here. I'm not asking you for part of what my car costs or what the tolls cost to get to your crib, my haircut, anything I put on, that's on me. And that's crazy. Oh, I gotta do all this to get ready. Nah, yo, I asked you to get ready. I'm speaking to the person inside of you that's supposed to be a long-term thing for this dating, right? We supposed to be dating to marry. Think I care about your facial products? That's on you. That's what you use. That's your choice. So you gonna cover that cost. It don't mean, oh, for me to go out, the dinner gotta be at least $400 because of this, that, and the third. Get that out of here. Entitlement are crazy. That's why we gotta pay. You bugging. This is why society's up, because of girls like this. And all that just to look average. She looked average before she put this on. She looked average after she put it on. This is doing nothing. It's not an enhancer. It's just keeping your average looking average, which is fine. She's kind of cute in her own way. You know, the creams didn't do nothing. And I don't care about none of that. Guys don't care about none of this shit. We don't. We just want a natural looking chick. Like, guys don't give a about stretch marks. Guys don't give a about none of that. You know, we actually think it's sexy on most chicks. You know, some battle scars, some stretch marks. Looking natural is sexy as. So, yo, take your $930 face creams and shove it up your because I don't want none of it. Turn around.
And you really have to start watching what these women are doing. They're putting retail prices and twisted prices on the stuff that they put. Oh, this costed me this, and this. I think there was a lady and she was saying this costed $225, this costed this, and this. I'm watching this woman put on the small thing of bum cream. That didn't cost no $48. The big thing of bum cream is going to cost you about $48. You put on a small one, that's probably going to be $20. And that's probably going to last you. And I know you're not putting that on every day. That's probably because you putting on some other stuff and you trying some other stuff. That's probably going to last you a month or two. Probably going to last you a month or two. It's probably going to be sitting there. So if you take that same 48, let's just say it's 48. It's really like $28. If you take that same $48 and divide it over 60 days, you're going to get cents. Let's say you use it every day. Well, actually, let's say you use it for the next 48 days. It's going to last you 48 days. Let's say that you use it for a month and it don't last you but a month. It still doesn't matter because it's not going to cost you but $48 to get it again. With tax, maybe $55. Maybe $55. You stretch that out over a couple days, that's $2. That's $2. If that, probably $1 and some change. And you talking about this cost $48. And once again, she went over here and put some Paco Rabanne fame. I know good and well that Paco Rabanne fame don't cost no $120. Y'all don't even be getting the big bottles of stuff. Number one. Number two, y'all be catching that stuff on clearance. Number two. Number three, y'all be getting the testers. So the tester be half price. You probably pay $60 for that. Shipping is free on eBay. Plus, let's say tax, $70. If I'm being generous, you pay $70 for that. So I guess we can say, to be honest with you, everything that you put on that screen, if we say, okay, at this time, this would cost me $450. And we take that $450 and we divide it by, let's say you use, you're not going to use all of that in a month. You're not going to use all of that. You got that pocket Ravane thing, unless you just, for the sake of argument though, $450 in a month, for the sake of argument, $15 a day. $15 a day. So honestly, to rent you out for the night for all of it, you know what? For the sake of argument, let's go with your $930 figure. $31 a day. So for me to take you out on this date, it would cost me about $31. Let's be generous, add some tax to it, $40. And these women, these bottom women, dumb, man. It's just dumb.